Luke, I wanted to speak with you this morning because anytime Joe Mazzulla is asked about you, the first word he brings up is physicality. How have you developed your game to bring that every night?
Yeah, I mean, I think especially with the group we have and kind of the bigs we have, it's like definitely a place where I can slot in and help us. And really, it's just a lot about being able to screen, a lot about crashing to rebound, and then showing up around the rim defensively. So uh, yeah, you kind of just realize like what your place is, kind of in your lineup and in your group, and I mean, you just kind of get comfortable, like, oh, this is what the game is, and obviously against this team, that's like definitely an important aspect of it. I mean, really, any team, but. So yeah, just trying to provide that and just be ready kind of for that physical challenge every day.
You're ready for it, but how would you describe the physicality in this series so far?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely been a little unique. They've got like good size. I mean throughout their lineups, and then obviously the things they try to stress kind of being ball pressure and rebounding and trying to draw fouls and stuff like that. So. Yeah, kind of being able to play that game of matching the physicality and then trying also not to foul, and I think just winning like the rebounding margin is just definitely a place of importance. I mean, I think that happens kind of with the playoffs all the time, but I feel like that's especially something that they kind of prioritize, and so being able to match that is an important part of it.
Yeah, how do you balance that and toe the line without crossing it? How difficult is that?
Yeah, I mean, frankly, you just got to find out kind of based on how the game's flowing and just sort of what, that level that is acceptable kind of is. And I mean, obviously, you get some feel of like what's going to be more blatant and like going to be called a foul than others. But I think you just kind of try to just start with the level high and then just sort of see where it sort of filters and then play from there. It's just sort of always a part of the game. And I mean, that's honestly what makes the playoffs a lot of fun. Is just kind of that increased physicality, intensity, just kind of revs up everyone's energy. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine Joe Mazzulla loving this and just fired up. What has he been like in meetings, and what is the message going into Game 4 here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just we have to basically meet what the game calls for, and we have to like pass that test. And I think it's something that you also just grow to appreciate of every team kind of brings their different strengths and skills, and you honestly appreciate that and helps bring those things out of you that you have to. Yeah, you got to be dynamic and got to be able to play different ways and just meet these different challenges. And you want your opponent to frankly be great at that and for it to bring out the best in you. And it's just that battle throughout a series is obviously what's kind of going on. Is you want to play according to your strengths and like your greatness, and also acknowledge like the gifts of the other team and allow it to kind of just like purify you and become a better team in that process. So. It's just about meeting that challenge for tonight, and just looking forward to that atmosphere in that battle.
It's a very kind way to put that, Luke.
I think it's the truth. Frankly, it's actually the real aspects of it. So,
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's like you'd
Purity,
be grateful
acknowledging
for
the great. Yes.
Yeah,
Do
no,
you?
this is the thing about opponents. Everyone, you think you're all like competing for like the same resource, which in a sense you are. Am I gonna lecture here? But like,
I like it. No.
but no, it's like yeah, you get the whole thing in competition is you get to see sort of what is in yourself and whether you're able to do it or not. And so you don't want your opponent to suck. You want them to be great, and then you want to beat that. It's like trash talking when you're like, oh, you suck, and then it's like, well, then if you beat me, then it doesn't really matter. Like you're kind of undercutting.
Where's the
your own-
accomplishment there?
Yeah, exactly. You want your opponent to be great, and then you want to overcome that, and then you're like, hey, we did something. And if you don't, then you're like, oh, I got to face myself in the mirror. And I got to grow.
And get better.
And that's the beauty of sport.
Wow.
Look
Luke,
at that. Life
I really
lesson.
do. I feel like a better perspective on this series because I have not enjoyed the Magic so far, personally. How does the defense change without Drew? And I think we saw really the value of him that is really underrated a lot of times. But how do you guys make up for that loss at that end?
Yeah, I mean, Drew's incredible, and something you don't just like kind of replace. Obviously, his physicality and his ability, I feel like, to just constantly just like wear and just continue to fight, and like just when you think there's going to be a little bit of reprieve, he like counters right back. So his ability to just kind of challenge the endurance for other teams is pretty unique. And obviously, it's not something that you just like replace, but I think just I think guys been doing a good job with their own ball pressure and trying to just make things difficult. And it's going to look different. You can't really just swap that out, but I think just trying to keep the pressure on, keep enduring, and like just keep trying to cover for each other when plays break down and just make plays out of that, which obviously I think are gifts of his that when he's not available, like we lack. But we have other ways to just you kind of are inspired by his way that he plays, and you sort of learn and become more like that, and just in being a teammate of his.
And then along those lines of lifting others up, have you been talking to Kristaps? He was pretty frustrated following Game 3, taking onus and accountability for his own play. But is there something more that you guys can be doing, or have you had discussions with him about moving forward?
I think we've talked about and just kind of recognizing through clips and stuff like that of ways that we can sort of help each other out, and I think everyone just taking kind of onus of their individual part and sort of making things better, which obviously for me will look different than it does for Sam or Derek or whoever. So there's just an element for all of us of just kind of owning up to the things that we see from game to game of how we can do better, and also just trusting that he's a great player, and sometimes you just have a tough game, but you trust the ability to figure that out and to counter that, and then just keep kind of competing. See, this is what I'm talking about with the furnace of competition, purifying yourself, and you either meet the challenge and accept what's going on and do better, or which for me it's being able to space, being able to get out of guys' ways to open up spots, and then make us better through screening and rebounding and connecting and finishing and stuff. So that's my part in it, and the better I do that, the more it opens things up for everybody else, and just accepting that.
Luke, I'm looking forward to you bringing the heat tonight. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Go team.
Presented by Rockland Trust Bank, where each relationship matters.